Okay, so today we'll be talking about ancestors. But before we start, let's start by praying. Okay, so guys, today we'll be talking about ancestors. You know that if you hear ancestors, anything about ancestors, just know that it's your bloodline, your lineage, everything that has to do with your blood. That is the meaning of ancestors. Anything. These are people that have been here before you, before your mom, your great-grandmom, your grand-great-grandmom, like that. These are ancestors. You understand? Now, a great-grandmother can be an ancestor. A grandmother can be an ancestor. Even your father can be an ancestor. If they're talking about when they pass on, you understand? It all depends on, I think, the energy they carry and the lineage, and I think the energy they carry and everything that has to do with their life history. You understand? No, most of the time, most people reincarnate as an ancestor that have passed on. So even if the person is your direct father, you understand, your dad, and the person passed on, the person can also reincarnate as an ancestor, can also be an ancestor. Now, every human being has an ancestor that is overseeing their day-to-day activities, that is protecting them, just as your egbe is providing, protecting, giving you all the things that you want, just as your ori is protecting, giving you everything you want in this life, making sure that you are able to fulfill your destiny. You understand? That is how your ancestors are also backing you up. Every human being has an ancestor that is protecting, overseeing them. Now, majority of people do not even know they have an ancestors. Majority of people say, a lot of persons have not even connected to their ancestors. They haven't. They just know that they have one ancestor that have passed on. And most people will be like, they have passed on, they've passed on. No, there's no need. But come on, these people were here before you were born. Even before they gave birth to you, before you got to your own generation, they were here. So they're still your ancestors, their blood that you're carrying. Most of us, we literally reincarnate as some of our ancestors that have passed on. Even when I do some things, they tell me that they'll be literally tell me that I am doing things the way my grandmother used to do. Why are some of my I am now like we're relating that why is she doing things just the way our grandfather is doing? You understand? So that's why I say everybody with the ancestors they are carrying, with the ancestors that is protecting them, overseeing them. Either there was an agreement right from time that so ancestors will be the one to oversee everything that you're doing, or one of them, it could be your mom, could be your dad. They literally, you understand, there has already been an agreement that you will be the one to carry the ancestral this lineage, to continue it, either by now becoming a priestess, you understand, continue the works of your forefathers, either you understand protecting, like you still literally have to do the same work. And maybe one of your ancestors who is an healer, could be a priest, a priestess, whichever one they were. It does not mean, you understand, you carrying an ancestor does not mean that you must do the work. You understand? It all depends. Everybody with their tax and with the way they've, like, you understand, they've divided it that they were going to do. You understand? Things they were going to do. Now, how would I call it? Carrying an ancestors. They are ancestors that want you to continue the work they were doing before. They are ancestors that they don't even want you to do that particular, maybe like that same work with your forefathers. Meaning that same carrying, they can give you their gifts. They can literally bless you with the gifts they were carrying. You understand? But they might not want you to do it in the part of your forefathers the way they did it, but they might want you to, like, you understand, maybe be very prayerful so you can protect the family, oversee the days of family activities. Why some might literally want you to create an altar, you understand, and that you'll be praying, or everybody in the family will come together and pray, and you'll be the one leading, you understand. Whether it does not mean that everybody, it could even be maybe like a third generation or a sixth generation that they will choose that will be the person to do oversee that activity. Anybody can be. Now you carrying an ancestors, you understand. You should expect that your ancestors will come true for you. They will advise you. You see this, how like call it, ancestors have this way. That's like every spirit guide. And I keep saying that most times when I'm making everything, I'm always making mention of each and every one, because every one of them, they all have their ways of dropping messages. They all have their way of making sure they're overseeing everything, making sure they're carrying us along, like, know what, make mistakes. There are times whereby your ancestors, that's why I said your ancestors are always working with you. Your always working with you. Your Sheda, which is your Ori, is always working with you, along with you. So you see those, especially your ancestors are always around. They might not be there 24/7, you get, but they will come visiting to come and check, to come and see that what you're doing, everything is going fine, you're doing fine, you're okay, you don't have any problem, you understand. To oversee your day-to-day activities, making sure that nothing is wrong with you. Because why? You are in their care. Even when you go into a relationship, they are there to see it. The moment you enter into a relationship, or the moment you understand, go into a marriage, you understand, your ancestors and your partner's ancestors now come together. You understand? They now come together to make sure that the relationship works. As if that is the person they want you to settle down for, or this is the person they feel, yes, if you're carrying their lineage, or if they want you to continue their bloodline, in the sense that you have to work as a priestess, or you have to do the work of a priest, or you have to do the work of a babalawo, whichever one, a spiritualist, whichever one, or maybe the way they want you to carry their bloodline, their lineage, the way they want you to heal people is maybe like working in the hospital, or maybe they want you to become a psychologist, or they want you to become a therapist. Different process. As I said, it's not everybody that will become what. It's not everybody that will go and be doing how would I call it, incantations. You understand, for people. But it's not everybody that's going to. There are different. There are different ways they want you to do those things. There are different ways they want you to heal people. There are different ways God has literally, you understand, guided them, so that they can guide you, so that you can be able to fulfill your destiny. You get? So you just have to figure out which one is for you, which path you should go, and who is the ancestors that is overseeing your day-to-day, who is the ancestors that you need to consult with, or that you need to communicate with, who is that ancestors that is, you understand, overseeing things that are happening in your life. Which ancestors did you connect as? Which ancestors are you carrying? Because each and everybody's listing, there's one ancestor, there's one or two ancestors, any one of them, you understand, that is protecting you, overseeing, making sure that things are going well for you. Because if things are going well for you, they are good to go. But there are some ancestors that they might not really want you to even do any of those things. They just want you to be doing fine, okay, everybody's okay, that's it, but they want you to heal them. Because now your ancestors, now let's say if you have an ancestor that maybe there was something that they were supposed to do that they could not do, you understand, they couldn't do it, now they want you to continue it, or they were not able to finish the work they were assigned to by their own ancestors. Now they now want you to carry it and complete it. If they need healing, maybe there's a particular, you understand, pain or troubles or something that happened during their time, you understand, and they were not able to heal through it before they pass, so they want you to heal them. There's a way it's been done, there's a way the process is being done, and you go through it and you heal through it. You healing through, I'm coming. Then when you're done, when you're done with that one, that's it. Why there are some that, you understand, they would want you to continue that work, finish it, complete it before they can now move on. Why there are some ancestors that, a lot of ancestors or a lot of our loved ones that have passed on, they are scattered everywhere. Most of the time when a person pass on, when someone pass on, 100% of the time their spirit is not where you buried them, where you go to bury them. Their spirit is, it could be, if they are not able to recognize, if they are not able to recognize the road back home, meaning recognize maybe it could be their grandmother's or their grandfather's or a home where they feel, how would I call it, a place where they know, they might just be hanging around that particular area. Maybe if it could be an accident, it could be maybe just a death that they did not expect. It could be anything. It could be as a result of somebody's fault. You understand? If the person passed on, that spirit is still hanging there because they cannot recognize their way home. You understand? Now, if it's a spirit that, you understand, even after they buried the person and every other thing, don't think the spirit of that person is where they buried them. They can go there once in a while, even see they're taking care of their burial ground and everything. If they are, you understand, if their family members that they left behind are taking care of their burial ground, but their spirit is not there. Their spirit is always hanging around places they feel safe. It could be a particular home where they stay, they grew up in, and they feel safe that they go back there and stay. They could also stay in a place where maybe like a mother's, like let me say a mother or a grandmother, you understand, a great grandmother's place. They can just stay there because maybe they recognize that place as their home, as their lineage, as a family house. They decide to stay there. Well, there's some certain things that you can also do that can even make them want to stay there. But if you feel like, okay, yes, it's their space, it's their home, they'll be stay there. You won't even know they're there, except maybe you've literally grew spiritually for you to even know that you have maybe one of your loved ones that's passed on is around there, is hanging around there all the time, because that's their space, that's their safe space. So most of our ancestors, you're carrying our ancestors, you're working with our ancestors, you don't even know you're working with our ancestors, and now you're going for your day-to-day activities. The spirit is telling you, and you're about to do something, your body is giving you sign, spirit is giving you the sign, your body is giving you the sign for you to know that this thing you want to do, you're not supposed to do it, this thing you want to do, you're not supposed to do it. They are making sure they're giving you will feel it in your soul and your body. Your body will tell you. The moment you want to do that thing, you see, it's like your system will change and your body will change. The time maybe you're about to go, maybe you want to enter a relationship, your body will tell you, your spirit will tell you, your soul will tell you. The moment you enter that space, your body will change, your mood will change. But the moment you enter that place and you're happy, you're comfortable, almost forget, they welcome that person. That person, have you noticed that there's sometimes when you meet some certain type of people, you just be free, just communicating with the person, just be happy, just doing everything that you feel like you know how to do best with the person. But the moment you get into a place and you're feeling somehow, you're confused, you don't know, almost shift. You're confused because you're confused because why? Your spirit and your soul is letting you know that this thing is not going to work. Don't bother putting your hand into it. So there are several situations you could be like you want to embark on a journey and you don't even know where you're going to, who you're going to meet there. You just go in. Maybe you have you've already programmed everything how it's going to work. Either you get a revelation before it happens, you understand, you usually dream on a 2 dream, or your body will do one time. That's not this. That's there are several signs for you to know. And ancestors are always working with us, always moving. They might not necessarily come out forward and come and stand in front and tell you that we are the one. Until you've gone through those process of healing yourself of any kind of, see, most of the times ancestors that we carry, if you carry a particular ancestors that maybe there's a certain situation, a certain trauma that's happened in their life before you were born. You understand? If you're not careful, if you're not quick enough to heal through those trauma, or they didn't heal through those trauma before they passed on, if they didn't heal through those trauma before they passed on, you will also go through it. Then when you now go through it, you will now what? Heal it. As the moment you're healing yourself from those trauma, that's the moment you're also healing from it, and that's it, and everything is going well. But if they didn't heal before they passed on, you will go through it, you also experience what that's like it's a generation something, not a generation something. You understand? It's because it has happened to someone before. Now that ancestor is trying his or her best to make sure they communicate with you to let you know what has happened before, or they're trying to give you patterns of things that have happened already, so you can start putting the puzzles together and find a way to make sure that you heal so that same thing that has happened before does not happen to the next person. As I said, every activity, everything you do, it's being recorded, it's being, you understand, if you're not careful, it's going to happen again. It's going to repeat itself. It's like a repetitive something. It happens again, it continues, it's a circle. Then when it now continues, if you're not if somebody doesn't heal that trauma, doesn't heal that particular thing that has happened, that particular situation, that particular thing that has happened to one person in the family that's repeating itself, if you don't heal it that moment, it's going to go to the next person. And until they've healed through it, then you understand? If you study well, for you to know that you're carrying a particular ancestor, or a particular spirit, a particular loved one that has passed on in the family is around you, or you're even carrying them, or they're working with you. If you have a history of maybe like one or two of your ancestors that have been finding something that's happened in their life before, or maybe you know one of their story, just look at a lot of persons in the family. It could be one, could be an uncle, could be a brother, could even be you yourself. That thing is happening to that's happened to somebody in the family before. It's simply because they didn't heal before they passed on. Now the thing is happening to the next person that is either reincarnating as them, or this next person that is that they are working with, or they are carrying, or they are trying to communicate so that they can quickly heal from those trauma and do move from there and move on to the next stage. You understand? So ancestors are always working with us. In as much as ancestors are working with us, trying to heal past trauma, trying to protect us, trying to provide for us, trying to guide us. See, no matter how bad an ancestor, I'm not saying that we should find. There's some ancestors that I know very well, and maybe like they've literally gone, they've done some certain things that you understand, or the normal day you don't want to talk about. But your ancestors is your ancestors, is their blood that is running through your vein. At the same time, when you're going for consultation with anybody's doing consultation for you, or you're putting your spiritual life on behalf of anybody, that person will be in charge of consultation, that person will be in charge of doing any kind of spiritual work that needs to be done on your behalf, or any kind of spiritual work that needs to be done on which that's in the process of you connecting with your ancestors, or connecting with the right ancestors that is for you. Please be very careful so that you will not connect to the wrong ones, so that you will not start exhibiting the wrong things that they did before. You're now doing carrying it and repeating it again. You understand? So connect to the right ones, connect to the ones that you're supposed to connect to. Don't make mistakes. Be very careful. That's why they say ask questions. So your ancestors, whether your grandmother was a street person, or your mom was a street person, or your dad was very street, your dad your dad now wanting one thing. You're still carrying their blood is still flowing through your vein. You are still carrying their blood. So everything that is happening in your life, anything that you're doing, they're seeing it as it's happening. So most of the time, still, you understand, the moment you, after praying, saying all the prayers you want to say, still thank your ancestors. Because if it is not by their grace, let's say it's by the grace of God, number one, if it's not by their grace also, if it's not their blood, if it's not because of their blood, or not because of how far they have come, you would not be here today, you would not be alive. So you're carrying their blood. So no matter how bad an ancestor, no matter how wicked or street an ancestor is an ancestor. An ancestor that has passed on is an ancestor. Fine, they're different, you understand, different ancestors, the way they walk, the way they do things. That's why everybody's journey is different. The way ancestors might want to work with you is different. The way ancestors might want to communicate with you is different. The way ancestors might want to pass message to you is different. Everybody's journey is different. The way it starts is different. The way it's going to go on is different. The way you even don't enter the journey, it's different. That's why I keep saying that spiritual journey is what is very, very fast. But each person is carrying an ancestors that is overseeing their day-to-day activities. Because your ancestors, if you communicate with them, complain. See, if you feel like things are going too bad and too strong, but you don't know, maybe you've gone to all the prayer house that you know how to go to, and things are not going well. If it is candle you know how to light it. If it is water you know how to put in a bowl that you know how best to do, pray inside it, complain, call out to your ancestors, the ancestors that you know very well, or that you recognize, call out to them. You don't know what's going on in your life. You don't know why the things are going on where they should guide you. They should protect you. You understand? They should guide you, they should protect you. And you see, just the way like, they have a lot of work that they are doing in our life, just the way your ovary, which is your spirit, is protecting. Like I said, if your spirit moves out of your body and goes maybe in spiritual realm, goes to a different location or moves to a different location, if that spirit does not come back into that body, that is it. They will check and they will see. It could be two things can happen. Inside they find out that the body, how will I call it? There's no the body is lifeless, or maybe they now find out that the person this thing, maybe the cardinal person is in coma. It's because the spirit is trying to go back, the spirit cannot go back, or maybe the spirit is trying to enter, the spirit cannot enter. It's simply because the spirit is lost. It's simply because the spirit is lost, or something happened, the spirit cannot. That is the moment the spirit goes out of your body, if you cannot enter inside your body, that is without your head, nothing works again. And the only way to connect to your head is your spirit. The way to your spirit, I said the way to your head. The way to your spirit is through your head, connecting through your head. So that's why I say be careful who touches your head or who does anything on your head, but that's not what we want to talk about. So just the way each and every of your spiritual guide is playing a very big role in your life. That is how the partner you want to settle down with, they will make sure that they keep giving you sign, keep giving you. You see most times that when your relationships are not working, or no, the person you're dating or the relationship, or when you enter a particular marriage, when you're dating different people, it's not working. It's simply because either one, your ancestors are not in support of it. Aside the fact that I know that sometimes when you're not connected to your head there, it can affect your relationship. Aside the fact that if you're not connected, if you're not really aligned with your worry very well, it can also affect your relationship. But if your ancestors are not in the support of the person, maybe they feel like in the long time the relationship is not going to work, they will make sure that relationship, it will scatter. You're not getting what you want. It will scatter. If you like try and do all the things that you know how to do best, it will scatter. But if you understand, if they know very well that this is going to work, no matter how it comes, it will work. You understand? It's going to go smoothly from going to work. You understand? So they know what is that. I say ancestors, your ancestors know what's best for you. They are seeing what you're not seeing. You see that thing that person said before you enter that place, they heard it, they saw it. That's why I said, in as much as each and every of the day is important, our ancestors are also important because they were there. Just the way our ancestors are important, that's how the orishas are also important. Each and every of the orishas, whichever one you're carrying, or whichever one is walking along with you, there are a lot of orishas, you understand? Different type of orishas. So it all depends on the one that's walking with you on your journey. You can be carrying that, you can carry more than 1, 3, 2, 5, 6, 16, a lot of them. You understand? But it depends on, you understand, how connected you are for you to know these things, for you to understand whatever I'm saying right now. So, with just the way each and every time your ancestors, they're also important. They're monitoring everything you're doing. They're seeing it. You see that thing that you did, I thought nobody saw you. Like you did it, nobody saw. Your ancestors have seen you doing it. If you can literally see the way in the spiritual world, they are literally saying you did this thing. So you did this thing. Okay, let me use an example of someone complained, like someone in the family complained of something, or should I say, I don't want to use accuse me of something. Then it was getting persistently, and now I heard it. I was informed about it, and I sat down and I realized that it's not possible for me to do something like this. It's not possible. I didn't do this thing, but I was bothered because I was not expecting to hear it from the person. Now, my own ancestors that I was carrying, one of the ancestors that I'm carrying, came. She now, just like when they will not, seriously, they'll bring you in front of everybody. They'll come and ask you that question. So she now brought me in front of each and every of my other ancestors in that level, and asked me the same question, that this thing that this person is complaining and saying that you did you really do it? And I said, no, I did not do it. And she was like, okay, no problem. She said you did not do it because everybody's complaining. The old ancestors in the family that have passed on are also complaining. So, but since you said you did not do it, she knows how to do what? To settle the issue, and that was it. So that's why I say, ancestor, you said that thing that you said you did not do, or that you said you think you did, nobody saw you, they saw you. It's just because you're not connected fully spiritual. So you can see the way you understand. Your secret is open there. Your ancestors are seeing what you're doing. Sometimes when you do some certain things like this, maybe let me say for example now. Let's say for example, your mom and your dad are not in good terms, and you did something, they passed on, you not do something. Your grandfather is looking at you. That is your grandparents to your parents. They are also looking at you as you are doing that thing. Forget they will go and meet your mom and your dad and say, see, are you seeing what your child is doing? Are you seeing what she's doing? They will let you, do you understand? They'll be reporting you to them. And when they don't have access to remind you of or tell you understand, when they don't have access to communicate with each other, there are several ways they'll keep communicating with you. When they don't have access to communicate, they will not come and tell you understand that you know that this thing that you're doing is not making sense. They will not come and because they would not use that how would I call it, that anger of them being queried by their own parents, you understand, they will not come to you and not come and ask you, this thing you're doing, do you know it is not good? They will come to you, but now you know you're not hearing what they're saying. You're not listening to what they're saying, and then now they're finding different ways to make sure that whatever thing that you're doing at that point, it does not work. But you don't know that they are trying to protect you for something. You think it's one wish in village that is disturbing you. There's no wish that is disturbing you. It's you that is the root of your problem. You are the history of your problem. You are the starting and the beginning of it. You're the one that did it. That is why that thing is happening. You're the cause of it. Before you start blaming anybody, before you start apportioning blame to anybody that did so and so, you ever check yourself well. What did you do wrong? Where did you go wrong? What did you say? What have you done back then that you cannot remember that you did, but now you're not repeating it now? So ancestors have different ways that they work, and if they want to understand, if they want to I don't want to use the word punish, but if they want to query you for something that you did that is not causing problem, they have a way of also doing what? Making sure you know that this is why this thing is happening, this is the reason for it, so that you would know. And at the same time, no matter how strict an ancestor is, they also protect their children. The moment you come, see, if there's something if there's something you've done to an ancestor that has passed on, person has passed on, and you're bothered about it or you're confused that why did it happen? Why did you allow it to happen? Take your time, sit down on your own, air out that grievances or that pain or that thought that you're feeling down for, and apologize. Keep apologizing until they come in your dream to let you know that okay, it is fine. There's a way they will come. They come and tell you that it's fine. You should not bother yourself about your head. But they will welcome you. It will take time, but they will just keep doing it until they finally welcome you. If you feel like maybe you did something to our ancestors, or you did one or two, or you misjudged them, or you were not supposed to say the things you said to them when they were alive, and now you want to correct it, take your time and do it now. Do it now, so that they can understand. There are some ancestors that you do not want to mess up with, right? There are some ancestors that yes. Now, if I want to see, I keep saying these things to people that go into relationship also. The moment you're going into, don't think you're just going into that relationship on your own. You're going into relationship with an ancestor also, because that ancestor is in charge of overseeing the activity of that child, he or she. So whatever you do is being accounted for. And they will do what? You will account for it. Don't think because they did not query you that moment, they will not come back and query you for it. So that's most of the things we experience today, or you experience today, is as a result of some things you did, thinking you're just doing it for the fun of it, or you're just doing it because you felt like, or you didn't see anything wrong with it. So our answers are always there to protect us. They're always there to guide us. As I say, most of the time when you're having problems or you're confused about it, you've done all the necessary things that needs to be done, but you've not gotten the answer. Sit yourself down in a very calm, peaceful way. Even if where you are is not calm, I'm all for you for sit down for there. Just if you don't know how to cry, that you feel that cry is going to help you, cry it out, say it out, let it out. Explain to them. You don't know why things are going the way it's going. You don't know why things are not working for you the way it's supposed to work for you. They will come true for you. Complain. Say what you want. They will answer you. Yeah, they will answer you. They will answer you because they're always there. They're always protecting you. You see most of the time, you see those dreams that you have that you're just surprised to see one of your ancestors that you are maybe you don't even know. You have different ways. Sometimes you see some ancestors like this, they'll come to your dreams. Could be an elderly person. Could be one of your ancestors trying to communicate, but they don't want to bring their face directly to you. It could also be that maybe somebody, you understand, it could also be that maybe another ancestor from your family. As I said, there are different ways ancestors can come into your family. It could be by marriage. Somebody married another tribe. Then the tribe now stayed in the family, or the tribe passed on in the family, and then they buried the person in the family home there, or they buried the person in the family, or the person is carrying the ancestral name maybe by marriage, you understand? And the person passed on and became, is that right English? Correct me if I'm wrong. The person became an ancestor. That's part of it. So stop waiting, you understand? There are several ways ancestors can, you understand? And maybe peradventure, you understand, you're trying to connect to an ancestor and they were the first person to connect with you. It's not a bad thing. They will still guide you. I have experienced I can remember there were times that I can remember there was an episode, you understand? Like I was very sick because I just finished some spiritual work at that time. And it's not like, I think I was even on fever this thing. I think fever, I was on fever medicine and I was taking it, but it was not working. Then my own ancestors came. These are ancestors that I don't think I'm even aware of. But it's in the family. I have not heard, I've not seen, but it's in the family. The ancestors came. And this is a different ancestor from another tribe. The ancestors came to communicate and told me, go and use so and use so and so. And that's what you need to use. As I say, your ancestors are always there. Just the way your ancestors is always there. They will communicate through your dreams. Is the most important one. The moment you're forgetting your dreams, the moment you cannot remember your dream, something is wrong somewhere. Fine, I know there's some days that you understand, you might not be able to remember, but no matter how, in a week you not get, you don't go dream. You go dream that dream, you go complete. You go see and where, go clear. So your dreams are the first, you understand, first sign for you to know your ancestors, your spirit guide, your egbe, your is communicating with you. The moment you'll be having this body change, your body is changing. That is another step, another sign for you to know that they are communicating with you. The moment you understand, the moment you're about to go on it, the moment you're about going on a journey, your body changes, or you're about going out, you're scared. There's that, you understand, there's that sign you will feel, just know something is wrong. The moment you're about to do something, you're asking yourself plenty questions, something is wrong somewhere, you need to figure it out. So stop waiting until they come physically and start speaking plenty English for you. Fine, there's some ancestors, a lot of ancestors, they want to communicate with you, they prefer to communicate in their ancestral tongue. Then that is it, they want to communicate in their ancestral tongue. Fine, each ancestors have the way they speak, or have the way they communicate. Even when your loved ones, your parents, they pass on, they still they communicate with you. They will still be guiding and protecting you. They still do it. Because why? They don't want to. That's why I said there are some of our loved ones that have passed on and they did not complete, or they did not fulfill, or they still have this longing of making sure that they want to make sure that their lineage is complete properly before they now move on. So do not make the work they are doing, do not make it, you understand? Do not make it don't make them tired doing it. Try and make it easy for them. If you're not understanding what they are saying, look out for real. I'm making real spiritualists. Before you look at, I'm very sure just the way you're watching my video right now, you've watched a lot of spiritualists. So just the way you watch a lot of spiritualists that you've seen online, or a lot of babalawo, how will I call it, or onifa, different type of them. Oloshun, all of them, just where you have seen different type of priestesses and different Ifa, different babalawo, different spiritualists. And after looking all of them, your mind is telling you one or two that you have seen that okay, this person is okay. Now take your time. Communicate with your Ori, please, this person that you can either communicate it in your mind or say it out. That they should please guide you. That so person and so person, you don't know if you should continue the work, your spiritual journey with them, or you should allow them guide you. Give yourself a few days, keep communicating that prayer. They will come to you and let you know if you should go on or you should not go ahead. But in everything that I want to say and in everything that I've been saying, in everything you want to do, put God first. God comes first. He comes first. So he comes first in everything you want to do in this life. After him comes your ancestors, your Ori, your Ebe. The reason why your ancestors, because fine, I will say comes your Ori, you understand? Because your Ori was there before you decide to go and so you want to go. The day you are choosing the kind of destiny that you want, or the kind of life you want to go and live on earth, your Ori was there. But the reason why I'm saying ancestors because like it's through their lineage, it's through their blood we came to this life. Then your Ori, your Ebe, then the Orisha. The Orisha has been there right from generation to time. It's the same Orisha that all of us are serving. It's the same Orisha that we are praising. It's the same Orisha that we are appeasing. It's the same Orisha that we are doing what? It's the same. We just have different names that we call them. Because you're carrying ebo, which is sacrifice, or because of you are buying your head to one altar, it's not like there's one bad thing there. It's not God that you still call there. After calling God, then you call on to the deity that you call on to the Orisha that is there. So what is the bad thing there? That you cannot do the same thing for your ancestors? Why can't you do veneration of ancestors? Pour hot drink on the ground. Not because drink and your ancestors they greet their hands, then they pray for ground. Maybe that's why I keep saying that. I say this thing that in as much as plants perish, animal perish, human beings will perish. That spirit now will be. And the spirit now will work for the body. The moment the physical body cannot work again, that's it, the spirit is gone. So take care of once in a while, do ancestors veneration. They are always different. You don't know how to do ancestors veneration. Check online. They'll teach you how to. There are a lot of videos that will show you how to do ancestral veneration or ancestors veneration. But now, if you now say, well, maybe they've showed you that you should put an ancestral altar down, or you should create an ancestral altar, or you should carry your ancestral altar, so that you can be protecting everybody in the house, protecting you, or so you can be taking care of it. And also, you understand, you now look for the right people that will help you do it, and you put it down, and you'll be taking care of it. Ancestral veneration is not an easy thing, but I always tell people that be careful. It's not, ancestors do not like staying in rented houses. Ancestors will want to stay in family house, but at the same time also, that does not mean that if you explain to them where they will not stay, but just that they will not stay permanently, that they will get 24/7, but they will be going and coming because they understand the situation. You think those wealth, those riches you have today, it's just by your power. It's not by your power, it's by the grace of God, by the grace of your Obi, by the grace of your Ibe, and by the grace of your ancestors, and your riches are protecting you that you don't even know about. So sit down there and let whatever I'm saying now and assimilate into your head very well. You understand? Your ancestors are not evil. Fine, I know we have the ones that you understand, they did so many things that you would not be able to do or open your mouth and talk about. But we have the good ones that were ready, or that they are still ready, or that they still want you to walk their path, or they want you to walk that same road they walk. They want you to do the things they did, or they want you to continue doing the good things. Continue, you understand, continue their lineage properly in a very beautiful way. You hear somebody saying that pass on your person. You know, ancestors pass on doesn't mean even if a loved one pass on, they are still around. They are still around. If you literally walk through your spirituality, you grow it properly. If you build your spirituality properly, you would know that when someone passes on, even before they pass on, you would know they pass on. Your spirit will tell you they've passed on. Even after they've passed on, you will see it. Just to know. Take care of your ancestors. You understand? Continue to take care of them. Just the way you know how to do best. You understand? Not being too much headache, not editing. Just find out the best way that you can do or continue their lineage. There's several ways you can continue. As I keep saying, that it's not everybody that will become a priestess. It's not everybody that's going to become a spiritualist. It's not everybody that's going to understand, do the work of a king, do the work of a babalawo, or the one that will be carrying different type of herbs to do cleansing, to do this. There are several ways. You understand? There's some ancestors that my dad says there's some ancestors that might not want you to do any of those things. They just want you to cleanse the home of that dark energy that might be there, that they be aware of, and they don't want that same thing to happen again. So ancestors, most times when ancestors are trying to communicate with you, they're not even communicating with you because they want you to continue that work they were doing before. They just want you to cleanse the homes of those energies so that things can be working. Why some want you to continue it? Because they know that you doing that thing is going to bring the progress to that family. So stop condemning your ancestors. Stop condemning them. A lot of those things that you have today is as a result of the things your ancestors, the good things your ancestors have done. Either that same thing that you say you don't want to do, but they did it and it worked for them, or maybe they did it and you are the one reaping the good things of it. So how do I call it? As just where you're praying to God, pray to your ancestors for protection and for guidance. You understand? I used to speak this English. Each and every of our ancestors will continue to protect us. Each and every of our ancestors will continue to guide us. Each and every of our ancestors will continue to provide for us the best way they know how to do best, and the things that we want, you understand, that are literally good for us. And just may they continue to protect us, so we not do what misroad, or you understand? Should I use the word move away from our destiny, or just scatter our journey? They continue to protect us, so we not scatter our journey. And may sickness not be our portion. Just as our elders used to say, meaning that may our good health not become a problem for us. You understand? Or may this thing, may our good health not turn to bad health. I don't know how to translate it properly, so may sickness not be our portion. And the sharing and the and the possibility and the possibility. Idayo nimuwa, okanyo nimuwa, ofayo nimuwa. Onwala onwashi aribashi aramubo mtabanda woliba patapata amajasiri. So may ancestors continue to protect us, provide for us, guide us. Ancestors, a lot of ancestors have a lot of work that they want to do. I mean, like, a lot of errors maybe that might have happened in the family they're trying to correct. A lot of patterns that you understand they're trying to make sure that they put everything into place. Ancestors have a lot of things that they're trying to do, what make sure they work. If there's some certain things that you do, you're even moving away from your ancestors. But there are a lot of and when it comes to ancestors, it's a very long topic also. So this is the little I can say for today. May ancestors continue to protect us.